special day on my behalf. I got a very, very special guest. I know y'all heard me say things similar to that in times past. However, just to differentiate from the other special guests, this guest here really played a part in my introduction to the streets. The shit we call gangbanging, cripping, also recording as an artist, life in general. He was slightly older than me in the environment that we both came from, the challenges that, you can face in those environments he faced before me. Just if you want to keep it at Google, if you're doing it on a scale, he had a very much further, harder upbringing than I had in the same environment. And we were united by a mutual loved one long ago.
Yes.
We've been thugging ever since. He had a lot of the same gifts and blessings and aspirations that I have when it comes to being a public speaker, orator, rapper, recording artist, also a street legend, one of the most original Compton Crips that I've been affiliated with. I want to introduce my brother, my cousin, formerly known as 3D, now known as Cuicide, to the podcast Factz Ova Feelinz.
Family.
Pleasure, bro.
Family.
Pleasure, bro.
It's been some years.
Yes, humbly, the way people say see you at the top, I don't want to announce that we're at the top of anything, but beginning where we started from, and imagine people say, see you at the top. I just want to say, welcome to the top, being here, know what I'm saying? We've been through a lot, bro.
For real. It's history right here.
History. I want to let you know I typically do a lot of preparation and get like current events, and I try to study my guests and think what would be the most pertinent things to discuss. I run it by production. They give me their thoughts, and we go through a whole 48 hours of back and forth. It's a 3-member team that goes for 2 males and a female. Shout out to the production team.
Shout out, for real.
This time, when they tried to go through their process a few days ago, they asked me, like, what's on the menu? I just told them, don't worry about it. We gonna freestyle.
Yeah, it's different.
Yes, it's very organic, very different.
Unscripted.
Unscripted. I have no idea where it's gonna go. I know we have too much to talk about that wouldn't to overdo the hour that we try to capture, so that's not a problem. I'm gonna try to start this conversation from a place, just from a general perspective. I'm gonna allow you to give yourself an opportunity to tell your testimony, because I know that the majority of what I've known of your life is the second half of it. You've had 2 lives in this one life, where most people only get 1 life. You have 2 birthdays. And I don't want to be the one to try to explain and describe how or why that is. I want to take you first to where I can recall my most foggiest memories of our beginnings and where you were in your existence. And then you can do what you choose to explain about how you went from 3D to Cuicide.
Let's get it.
All right, so I'm going to just throw a few names around. Shout out to DJ Loon, my cousin Leamis.
My brother from another mother,
you,
man.
Bro. Yes, Samuel spelled backwards.
Can't forget Kurt either, man.
Kurt either, on God. On my, and you can't.
And, come on.
No, it was John brother. Trey. Can't forget Trey.
Trey. Can't forget Trey.
The Beanie Boys. They used to keep the beanies. Used to clown the beanies. Oh, God. So I want to say Eve Jim, Leon Haywood, Crenshaw and Rodeo in the back, in the alley.
Yes.
Before, I know, I'm going to just say this to the world. I said it before. Before that was a part of our history.
It is.
And I can remember that as my first remembrance of your professional recording situation. But the reason I was exposed to that is because prior to that, a lot of people know I grew up in Compton in the Tragnew area, which is walking minutes from your native neighborhood of the Lantanas. And because of my cousin DJ Loon, Leamis, I as a youngster used to go across the line with him, and you was one of his partners. And then I became familiar with you to the point where the way my mama tried to raise me so isolated, you was one of the only niggas I knew that was a street nigga, Crip nigga that
understood. Over there by yourself.
By myself. On that bike, I remember we used to have the pounds, the pit bulls, the pig iron. It was everything back there, speed bag, everything. Cause it was like it was really one of my first very up close introductions to what it really is to be out here. And then, me being a poet or whatever, we had the same gifts. And then you went through some traumatic experiences in your life where you felt like you were hopeless.
Yes.
Life familyless.
Homeless.
Please bring us into your experience, because I know you're a motivational speaker now. You traveled the world.
Oh, yeah.
Japan and beyond. break this. Introduce yourself.
Smoke with you. I'm gonna smoke with you for sure. We gonna get it. Well,
one of the first niggas I was smoking weed with too on the set. Go ahead.
For real. Man, you know, when I was, kicked out the house, the adoption home that I grew up in at 16, it's like I had no other place to go but the streets, but the neighborhood. You know, that was the family that I had and shit. And it got to the point to where I feel like things wasn't adding up for me in life. You know, it just wasn't adding up. You know, I'm hustling. I'm doing everything possible to try to stay afloat, to try to stay ahead. But when it came to that, having that family structure, family love, because Miss Price had got sick. So her daughters took over her house, and they asked me to leave because I was bringing drama to the house.
But Miss Price had been responsible for raising you up into your teenagers.
From 18 months.
Okay, yeah. Was that from your bloodline, or was that like an adoption situation?
Adopted situation for me being abandoned by my real parents and found in an apartment. I was 18 months.
Oh, so all you knew was Miss Price. That's like natural blood. Okay.
All I knew was Miss Price.
Because
her home was in 92. Her home was a temporary foster home.
What age?
Was I? I was like 21. She came. Tweety brung her to see me in the hospital when I shot myself in the head. But I feel like at that point, I was getting maybe 22. Life just wasn't working out. Sleeping in the car. I'm sleeping on the homies' floors. I'm wherever I can.
How much, so just between the ages of 21 and 22, it was that bad? So it was like a 12-month period? Oh.
No, from like 16 years of age
to like 22.
I was like 21.
So like 5 years.
Yeah, 5 years of just
trying your best, just couldn't breathe right in life.
Just couldn't breathe right in life. I just couldn't figure it out. I couldn't pinpoint it.
You know, typically when you hear people that have made a attempt and were successful, you hear about people who took pills who weren't that potent, or maybe sliced their wrist and it wasn't that. Bro, I know, God bless, I'm so glad that I can say this. You took a active firearm and you have a scar that,
right here
that goes across your temple. This is X marks the spot.
Yeah.
This is what we taught.
It's my birthmark.
Yeah, a second birthmark.
Mm-hmm.
On a spiritual sense, I know how you dedicated your life, even though you didn't turn into an angel immediately. Yes. You still stayed on and in a deep sense, it's like to be applauded, because a lot of people have near-death experiences, and then on the opposite side, they immediately act like, oh, I'm holy, and you didn't necessarily do that.
I came out the hospital with a big bandage around my head, and it was back to the same life.
Nigga.
Nothing changed, same nigga, and I just got a bandage on my head. Still doing the same shit, still in these trenches, still ready for whatever. And
what was it about the emotions that led you to that decision, and then surviving such a tragic experience that you inflicted upon yourself that caused you, it's been 30 plus years.
Yes.
To be such a, one of my motherfucking, being attracted to our lifestyle that we dedicate ourselves to at one point, and your testimony, you know how dangerous the lifestyle is in general. And then being able to balance communication, and with you understanding that if you don't know what this nigga up to, that was kind of like the same thrill that attracted me to the streets in general. But what is it? Because you always assured me in more ways than one that there was no harm, there was no reason to be fearful of you, even though I saw you still maintain the same command in your environment. You never turned down what you was, but I never felt like I was threatened, even though I knew exactly what you had experienced. What is it about life before the incident and after that caused you to be such a balanced individual?
Well, technically the beef wasn't with nobody, it was with me. You know, I had personal beef within myself, and the last time I had seen Miss Price, you know, she had Alzheimer's, and I'm standing there talking to her, and
she don't know you.
She didn't know me. And this is somebody that's I couldn't do no wrong in her eyes. This is who I talked to, whether I did right or wrong. This is who I know I could come talk to, and she'd, put her arms around me and pray for me.
Was there a portion of you that thought that doing this would cause you to be able to be back reunited with that? Now I'm with her?
I mean, I feel like when she was brung to the hospital, they didn't tell her what happened. They told her somebody tried to rob me and shot me in the head. But I remember looking up, waking up, and I looked up, and Miss Price was standing over me, and I leaned up, and she put her arms around me, and we cried together. We cried.
So, wait, I apologize, because up until this point, I'm thinking that the loss of Miss Price led you to that decision. So Miss Price was still in your life.
She was her daughters was running the house and put me out, and she wasn't in no position how she was when she was in good strength, you know, to no, because her husband really didn't like me. He used to be like, oh, we need to trade him in. You know, he didn't really care for me because she loved me.
She came about you through her seeking out an adoption or just through personal acquaintances? She knew about
home
the situation?
was like, she kept foster kids.
Okay.
Like that whole area right there, even our neighbor, Mr. Shank, it kept foster kids.
Okay.
And like when kids got...
You mean that, are you referring to the shit you could see off of Laundry, that little cut?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. When they took me, her home was a like temporary foster home. So they place kids here till they figure out if they're gonna go back with the parents or they're gonna go to the system. When she got me, she was kind of older at the time, and she like, they was like, well, he's not going back to his parents, so if you want to adopt him, you can. And I was 18 months, and she did all the steps and did everything, and she adopted me, and she kept me, and she loved me. And she used to tell me how I had eczema over 90% of my body from my feet to my neck. I remember they used to tie socks on my hands because I used to bleed, and I'd be scratching so much. But that was my heart, and when I seen her like that, it broke me to see her like that. Somebody that I know loved me, that always defended me. Could nobody say nothing wrong about me.
Were you aware at that time that she took you in because you were...
Not at that time, because I was young.
Okay.
And on my 13th birthday, Norma Jean, because I don't call her my mother, Norma Jean and her son, Lavertus...
My mama name's Gloria Jean. Let's dig. Go ahead.
Came to the door to see me. How they knew where I was, I don't know, because normally they don't let the parents know where you at all. So Miss Price come in the room and she say, come in the living room, I want you to meet somebody. I'm wondering, I'll go in there. She said, I want to tell you that this is your biological mother right here. And that we adopted you. I never knew. But a social worker used to come see me every month, and I never knew why. This lady used to come see me every month and ask me questions. How are you being treated?
You thought it was a regular part of being a kid in the house.
I ain't knowing. So Miss Price, she let me go, you know, with Norma Jean that day. Went for some hours, met other family members, you know, that remembered when it happened, and they telling me like I was too young, I wasn't able to do nothing, and I get it, you know, okay. And then I found out, you know, my real pops was still alive at the time and shit.
Healthy, doing well.
No, still doing crack.
Oh,
she was still doing crack.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
I was born a crack baby.
Okay.
And you know, was in an innovator for a period of time, and then you know took to the apartment, and then they came and took us. They took me and my brother Lavertus, you know, but she went back and got him. He was with her.
Who was older?
He older than me. Yeah, he older than me.
And she went and grabbed him.
She went back and got him. And
same father?
Do we got the same father? No, different fathers.
You think
same
that man played a part why she decided one versus the other?
I mean, man, if you ain't coming to get both, don't come get none.
Ooh. Is that
there favoritism? Because that's what I question. Like, did you love him more? Or was it, since I'm younger, it's going to be more for you to deal with me because I'm younger? And he's older, so it's less. You could tell him, go take a shower, go do this, go wash yourself, go brush your teeth. But with me, you gotta assist me, you gotta help me.
You know that reality definitely plays a part in the way parents approach parenting. It definitely does. So that's deep to have to even consider. So these are the pressures that was weighing upon your life.
Yeah. So you know, I go meet aunties and all kinds of stuff. Then I find out where, you know what I mean, Frank, because, you know, lived. And then I found out I had a brother that was in the feds. And me and him, Frankie, we still cool to this day. We've always been cool.
That's what's up.
You know what I mean? When he was in jail, I used to send him kites. You know, when he came home, he did 19 years. He lived in Arizona. We still cool, but...
How long before you guys realized each other and y'all got in each other's life?
Let me see.
By what age?
Ooh, man, probably like 30-something.
Oh,
when I first met him.
Okay.
Yeah. At his auntie house off like 112th over by the casino over there on what is that? By Prairie, over that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he grew up over in that area.
Okay.
You know, and you know, he was a grinder, and like I said, we still cool to this day. But and then the whole time, Norma Jean lived on 133rd in Wilmington.
Oh, in the front.
All this time, all that time, that's where they lived. So I used to go
your situation went through the system the proper way, and they just happened to be right there
the whole time.
Wow.
You know, and then I you know, they take me over there, and I find out I got a little brother at that time. Little Willie was 8. I mean, embrace him.
Right.
You know, I embraced Lil Willie. You know what? Let me see. No, Lil Willie, how old was Lil Willie at that time? He was young. He was super young. But as I got older, you know what I mean? I used to go back over there when I was like 20, 21.
I could imagine, because I know how you adopted me as a cousin, and it was never nothing but that. So yeah.
So I go back over there, and you know, I'm going to see Lil Willie, hanging out with him, and you know, at this time music was out. And I can remember on 133rd, the verdict was like, man, that's messed up what you be saying about our moms and your music. I said, my nigga, I lived that. I stand on that because I lived that. I ain't lying.
Right.
Well, you shouldn't be telling no nigga. I have to say what I want. Matter of fact, nigga, why don't you get in these streets with me, nigga, and run that, nigga? Because I don't look at you as blood as all to me, nigga. I'm over here to see Lil Willie, not you. In front of his homies. Nigga, I'll mix you. I seen him at the store one day. He's a buster.
He from over there?
He was a buster.
He from over there though?
I guess, you know, but nobody respected him over there, you know. But I used to go over there, come see Lil Willie. He finally got in Lil Willie head and brainwashed him. You know, right now, this day, me and Lil Willie don't talk. And I'm talking about I was the one who used to come make sure Lil Willie was good. Because, you know, he was a dirty little kid. Now, I'm not finna watch my little brother live like this because y'all mamas.
How does a little brother lose appreciation for a big brother that bridged that gap and played that part in his life? What could they have possibly told him?
Well, they've been together a long time.
Oh, they got this.
I'm like, to me, I guess he started realizing I'm as an outsider because he's like, that ain't our brother. He ain't nothing to us. Like, man, don't listen to him because we ain't cool. And I told him the story. And he heard the music for itself, so I don't know if he kind of got hurt behind it. And then, you know, I find out.
Because you keep saying the music. And, you know, I understand what you're referring to. People listening may have no idea. Can you give us an idea of a lyric that how you may have expressed your experience that refers to your mother that may have caused the conflict between your...
Final Exit. I wrote that homeless, sitting in front of Bruno House in the rain.
This is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the 1990s Eve Jim.
Yeah. Yes, that album came out in 95.
Leon Haywood. This is the album I watch you record. Final Exit, Villain on Hitchhike.
This shit is real.
Shit is real.
From the heart.
Yeah, oh God, on 2-inch reels when it really cost a whole lot of money to record an album. I watched the street nigga record an album.
Whole lot of money.
A whole lot of money. Shout out to DJ Loon once again.
For real, man. For real, because he was cold with them beats, man.
Okay, on the Final Exit, though, give me an idea of how a lyric would go. How did you refer to your mother? See, you didn't tell her to kiss your ass and pull up your pants.
Hey, remember?
Before I pull up my pants, wipe my ass.
They can suck my dick, kiss my ass, and lick my balls. But first remove my pants and don't forget to remove my drawers.
I remember that. Oh, my
remember that?
Mama, remember that.
Yeah.
They can see me right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to serve them because this is how I feel. Once I found out, wait, hold up. For real? This is
why
what I went through?
You know why I can respect the perspective from somebody like you on that? Because the tenderness and love I seen you shown to all other mothers and aunties of the world. You're not a person that's going to jump the gun and disrespect. I can imagine your mom's had a million opportunities in your mind to repair that, and that would have never been said. All she had to do was come to the altar and bow her head. No matter what she had done, you would have forgiven at any moment. So I would imagine.
Well, the day she stood on 133rd, you know, and it's a trip because she was still doing drugs. And when I came over there, you know, to see her, they was like, oh, she across the street over there at that house. You know, she come out the house wiping her mouth. Come on, my nigga, you know what that mean? I'm older now. I know what you just did.
I know what it means.
I caught you in the middle of getting you some Yavi. You know, you doing whatever.
You just pay for it.
You just pay for it. You just pay for it. And you come out in the middle of the street and you crying to me, I love you. And I'm like, man, why you do me like that? Oh, I love you. You just don't understand. And you mean the world to me. I said, you don't even know me. How I mean anything to you. What's my favorite color? What I like to eat. You don't even know me. I'm a stranger to you. I'm over here to see Lil Willie because he ain't got nothing to do with it.
And you making this approach to her based on after you got out the system, you had action.
Well, I mean, once
Or you talking about the whole experience?
the whole experience
Okay,
from
okay.
my you know, my 13th birthday. Oh, this your brother? I'm like, okay. Then I get older and I'm told the story. Miss Price started telling me the story, and it started dawning on me like, wait a minute, well, why she never came back and got me? But I'm glad she didn't. I thank God for that, and that was God. I thank God for that. She never came back and got me for the simple fact, Miss Price put a cloth around me.
We love you, Miss Price. Thank you, baby.
Protected me.
Thank you.
For real. I got a song called Phone Call to Heaven that I did for Miss Price. That's so cold. I'm going to be shooting a video to it. And it's
hard.
deep because, you know, them days, man, you know, sometimes I sit by myself, man, and I talk to Miss Price. And it's a feeling that I get, loved one. It's a feeling. Like there's no greater feeling.
The room just got warm right now. Oh my mama.
No greater feeling, loved one. And her telling me she loved you don't even know me. I'm over here to technically see Lil Willie. That's the only reason I'm over here. You know, I love my little brother. Then I find out I got an auntie stay down the street named Kat.
From you or from her?
Frank, Frank, his sister.
Okay.
And she like, well, you know, you got an auntie stay right down there, all the way down 134th, right there. I find out where she live. I go by there a few times. I'm knock on the door. You know, she never answered. Then a couple times I see her, the blinds move. Then I'm like, Kat, I'm your nephew. Like, Frank is my dad. I'm your nephew. Like,
when you see Frank and his siblings and how genetics look, do you look like you fit in with they shit?
to be real with you, nah, I didn't fit in. The way Miss Price embraced me.
I mean, if you had to take a photograph outside of the energy, do you look like, oh, I could be?
Well, they say me and Lavertus look like twins. We look so much alike. We look like twins.
You know, as much as I resonate with your personal experience and I'm empathizing, it just seems to me to be almost like a replica of what we've apparently gone through in America. We don't know our identity. Don't know we don't know quite where we came from. And it's like your personal experience seems to be a replica of our overall experience.
Yes.
We so I can't imagine. Like, I know my daddy. My daddy know who his daddy is, and then we even know his mother's other husband, my stepfather. I know my mother. I know who her father is. I couldn't imagine being in that position, man. And I empathize, but I also want to applaud you because we all discussed the journey of overcoming and the challenges, and to be faced with that many challenges.
Repeatedly, yes.
Bro, tell me this. What is your experience? Because I know life still comes with challenges.
It do.
But you went from 20 years of life, and the challenge that it presented you was fed up with life. And then you've gone 30 more years almost, or over 30 almost, yes, right up in that bracket, and you've appreciated the ups and downs.
I had to embrace it.
What is it about the other side that makes you appreciate life in the way that you run around? And I know you've been instrumental in trying to encourage many others to appreciate life. What is it about life now?
I feel like life was written before we got here. And if I didn't go through what I went through, then I wouldn't be who I am. I don't know who I would be. You know, like and like I said, when my aunt, she finally opened the door one day after me going over there constantly knocking on it. Like, bam, 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 bam. Like, I just seen you look out the blinds. I just seen the blinds move. I just want to know. You know what I'm saying? They say, I got a father out here who I want to see.
And what happened that day?
I see why they call her Cat, because she had about 13 cats in the house. You know, everywhere. Hey, so niggas sit down. They would just...
How many special tricks you think she done taught at least one or two of them cats?
Man, them bad. She had like 13 of them.
Wow.
It was deep, and that's why they call her Cat. So she like, yeah, your daddy, he lived right down 118th to San Pedro. Okay.
Block rep.
She tell me where it's at. You know, I go over there, and I got a little sister named Lynette. She was 11 at the time. So, go over there, and, she tell them that I'm coming over there, and meet this dude. You could tell he's still doing drugs, and the first thing he tell me is, man, pull your pants up. I'm 22, beyond gangbanging.
I already know who you is.
I went belligerent.
Oh, wow.
You don't even know me, nigga. I'm over here to see my little sister. You don't even know me, nigga. I'll beat the brakes off you. You don't even know me. How you gonna tell me pull my pants up, nigga?
What type of energy you get back off of that?
It looks stupid
Right,
in the face.
right.
And I meant that.
Right.
And you know, I meet my grandmoms, you know, his moms, and then I meet little Lynette, and I used to go see little Willie, and I would go see little Lynette, and I always stayed in touch with Frankie. You know, my brother Frankie, always stayed in touch with him. I'm 53, Frankie is what, 52.
Okay.
Always stayed in touch. We still cool to this day. Still,
Shout out Frankie. That's
you know, he, big bro, I love you, man. I love you too, bro. Like, this is my flesh and blood. I've always embraced people, and everybody I ever embraced is flesh and blood to me.
That's right.
That's how my life was.
That's
but like
my
you said,
experience. That's my experience.
And I
as
embraced
well.
you, and to me, you flesh and blood to me, my nigga.
You know why? I was reflecting on that on my way here and just overall analyzing my experience with you and things that I perhaps could discuss and all that. And I just happened to realize, just going through the memory lane, how we've been family since like day one. And then by knowing your whole experience, I realized you were someone at one point who felt like you had no family, nobody.
Nothing.
And so many niggas in the street call you Cuddy, your cousin, or you know, you think you develop a bond, and we say we cousins, and then the next time something happens, you like, huh? But throughout the years, the most genuine expression of somebody embraced me as their cousin, when I looked at them as like a big homie and advanced, it's been you. Through ups, downs, every day ain't been a perfect day, but through it all said and done, you've never faltered, wavered from that.
I couldn't.
And you had the opportunity to. It wasn't like I ever was the person that had the power over our interaction. So I always respect that, man. I more recently than anything have been proud to see you make a presence on the internet.
Yes.
As someone who's doing what I'm doing today, interviewing individuals.
Mental health.
Mental health is the key thing.
It's important.
It's very important. I know you have a personal experience, but so how long have you felt like it's been a personal burden of yours to just address mental health in general in the public?
Well, for many years, you know, I've always addressed suicide awareness, you know, suicide prevention and awareness. And I end up getting an interview, you know, from Adam over at No Jumper. And once he heard my story, it just blew him away. You know, it's like he done interviewed 1,000+ people. He's never heard this one. This was that one that, like, you know, raised the eyebrow, like, wow. And the day the interview it aired, you know, everybody fell in love with it, man. I was getting phone calls because I gave out my number.
Shout out to Adam, because I'm going to say this personally.
For sure. Shout out to Adam.
There's definitely a term that's been coined, culture vulture. And I finally realized why culture vulture is a term. It's basically because a vulture has a reputation of, when someone else makes a kill, then he'll come and bully them and run them off and benefit off the kill of others. So in the sense of our culture being developed or established and being valuable, we look at those who had no input on establishing it, creating it.
Yeah.
Come on and benefit as culture vultures.
And for real, people look at him like that, and they looking at him from an internet perspective.
But you know what I've often...
Yeah.
I can help make that argument toward him.
Yeah.
What I've often applauded him for is the way he's been inclusive. He's the first that I can pinpoint that has made it his business to, once he's established a platform off a culture that he made appear a vulture of, he's turned around and prepared a table for members of that culture to increasingly grow. He didn't just grab a token. First, it may have seemed like tokenism when it was just your little homie.
Yeah, AD is over there. My nephew is over there.
Shout out to AD.
Yeah.
And I've also want to express that I applaud AD from being able to deal with a lot of things that people that may have been even considered more emotional, some as myself, may have not have dealt with in real time for the greater picture.
Yes.
And I think he's been very effective at bringing about a change of what, at least I personally and with the public, a lot have seen, and what they perceived him to be in comparison to other platforms,
Yes.
even bigger or closer. We know
Yes.
who, I don't want to speak no names, but I always gave him, even before you got there, I applauded him for making the effort of really preparing the table for those that have actually created this culture to not only benefit for what he established, but to create.
Yes.
And by the time you came along, I really made my mind to turn a blind eye to a lot of what I didn't approve of with Adam because I was in so much support. How does it feel to be over there, a part of such a large platform, and to have so much freedom to be yourself?
Well, for one, like I said, when a lot of people, you know, they say what they say about Adam, and a lot of people say it from behind the camera.
Of course.
I know Adam on a personal level. You know what I mean? He definitely got a good heart. And he definitely give opportunity to people.
He definitely does.
And
I salute him for that. Good looking Adam for that, definitely.
A real solid one with his lady, with his wife, and an amazing father with his kid.
You know, from the sentiments that I have just with solidness with, you know, matrimony and just knowing some of the things he's very, very comfortable in dealing with his wife in the industries. I'm gonna leave that alone.
To each his own.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you give him a salute.
To each his own.
I co-sign every other salute. That one I'm gonna sit out.
Well, to each his own.
Yeah,
to each his own.
Of course, indeed.
Grown people move how they want to.
Oh, my mama, they do.
You know?
Talk your stuff.
Yeah.
And look, when your name is Suicide because you earned it.
Yes.
You understand extremes.
I understand it.
Yeah,
definitely.
So go ahead, just
Fully.
talk your talk.
And when he hit me and, you know, offered the opportunity at that time, I really didn't know what I want to do. I had to think on it. You know, it really fell in my lap. But I had been going up to No Jumpers. I've been going up there now for like 2 years. Every Tuesday.
Playing the
every going up supporting my nephew AD. You know, man, I'm going to pull up on you. I'm going to leave the studio. No Jumper, 9 minutes away from the studio. I'm going to pull up on you, nephew. And then it led to an interview, and then it led to an opportunity. And I really decided what I wanted to do. I wanted to have a platform where people can actually call in and talk to me and get advice, not just.
So Adam allowed you to develop your concept of what.
Me, him, and Josh sit down and we had that discussion. He's like, "Well, if you would, you know, do a show, what would it be?" And I told him I want to have that show where people, not just people in the industry, but everyday people. Sometimes we forget about our everyday people with a 9-to-5 job that's not a celebrity, that's not known. We can't forget about them.
How do you find the energy to balance yourself as being a street legend, gang legend, and then to be someone who understands life is celebrity? You've been an independent artist. I don't want to even, you know, try to put no extras on it, but I know how far your career is taking you across the country so young. And then, I mean, how do you balance now? You understand that, okay, we on a public platform where not only people have been through the street shit matter, not only people have been through this industry struggle rather. How do you relate to the everyday person so well? What do you think you get the capacity to understand not only the person that was born and raised in Compton, but someone as diverse as Adam?
For one, the shit I've been through, I know what it feel like to say to yourself, I want to die. I'm finna kill myself, and actually do it. You get that. You get that from celebrities, but you get that a lot from everyday people. That just, I just have a regular job. I just go to work and, you know, come home from work.
More so now than ever.
Out. Yeah, more so now than ever. And this is my calling. I always thought my music was my calling at one point because the stuff I talked about in my music made people think.
The same message.
Same message. But
when you take the beat out,
yeah,
you broaden your audience.
You broaden your audience. And like I said, same message, because every time I've ever did a song, I've always made sure the lyrics is something that you can actually see.
Oh God, oh my mama, and he's always caused it to be, no matter how dark the story was, there was some inspiration in one bar to let you know there's something next.
It's something next.
Yeah.
And what I finally start realizing, the more I start getting out physically and people seeing me in a physical form, I start really realizing, like, you know what? People's really embracing me, and they're embracing me. People used to embrace me on the street life shit. And I always wanted to make it a notion that when I do leave here, when that day do come, I want to be remembered as, man, this dude was really out here trying to save lives.
Do something right.
Trying to give people advice to want to live, because I've been had this number 17 years. I give it out. People call me all the time, message me all the time. Everyday people. I talk to them.
As much as I've been watching you in the last year or so be researched as a public figure, I've been sitting back blushing, liking it, and then as I've been developing my platform, always assuming that I would, like, in the future, invite you here. So,
and as soon as you hit me, like, let's do it.
Oh God!
Come on, man! I ain't gonna think twice.
But it's the point is you say same number. When I tap the number, immediately, like, bam, you feel me, on my mama. So I'm just saying, I can attest that that's true.
Oh yeah.
You know what I realized too, when it comes to Crip, and the world thinks of the color blue, right? When y'all Crippin' from original day, there's another color that's affiliated with it, like
brown.
Yeah, like my understanding of Crippin' being that, even though I don't represent no brown, I represent nothing but blue.
Yeah,
I understand that.
Yeah.
Can you kind of explain to those who might be right now like,
well, I mean, the OGs before me, like, we had the brown rags, in the neighborhood, like different hoods got different color rags.
Spook towns.
Oh yeah, way before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to all my niggas from
the Spook. Man, I got major family from Spook Town, for sure. But yeah, we always since I was 7, 8 years old, all I ever remember seeing, was brown rags. That's all I ever remember seeing.
Help us understand why. Where did that come from, if you can?
It came from the older cats in the neighborhood. That was the color they chose for the rags. And as I grew up into it, it's just, I'm
gonna go back again. I'm gonna go low vibration again. Couple game bank questions we're gonna get off of. Tana, Sand Land. Black rag, brown rag. Is that any correlation? Because they also are original Compton gang that has
they definitely is
blue. The fact that y'all brown, they black, y'all Tana. Is there any connection to the Tana's difference? Because a lot of times people who not really from right where we are, they'll get it confused when you mention it. So what is it? Is there any connection difference?
I know,
but I'm asking.
We have a street called Lantana,
okay,
in our neighborhood. Okay. Lantana Street. Either McKinley or Wadsworth.
Of course.
Them are the cross streets. And how they got the name Santana, I don't really remember the full story behind it.
Is it associated
it was
with
before,
Santa Fe?
Huh?
I always assumed it was associated with the street Santa Fe.
It probably is.
I
probably is.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's true or not.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true or not at all. But our neighborhoods have always been, cool with each other, solid with each other. Yeah.
Well, I noticed
always Tana.
A trend in like the future of gang bang, the 2000. It's like by now the Tana would have did a kick thing. Y'all never did that. The Tana. There's never been Tana banging just because it's Tana. Huh?
Oh, yeah, I mean it's
brown and black.
Young generation.
That's
but
what
all of us older cats, we always got money together.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We always got money together. For sure.
Do you I haven't seen it lately, but I seen it's a couple G niggas from Santana who have a presence on the internet. That
gangster
content, gangster, and my boy Eminem. Damn, what's the homie name? Damn, I'm gonna have to go look at my phone. I can't forget him now, man.
No, I can't forget him.
Mailman, the postman, the hood postman, Melly Mail. Shout out to Melly Mail. And shout out to my nigga Beezy, he an artist. I don't want to get on the That's what I want to ask you on some roll call name shit. What's up with my nigga G Trout, girl? Shout out to my nigga G Trout. How you
chilling,
doing,
man? He chilling. He's still G Trout, man.
Okay. I'm not even finna break down on that.
He still got that attitude, man.
I'm not finna break down what that means to the world, but just that means tried, true, thorough, don't give a fee, still who he is. I love you, Loc. On my mama. He's still in the same general area?
No, he's up out the way.
Oh, I was out the way. I want to pull up,
but
out
the way.
My heart pulling up on you, Loc, on Crip, on God.
Mandatory.
What about Ghetto Black? My nigga still straight?
He chilling. Hell yeah, he's still chilling. He's chilling.
What it do. I want to say rest in peace to Young Flo on my mama.
Little Brody, man.
And love you, cuz, on the set.
Little Brody, man.
And I also want to say rest in peace to Big Gino.
Definitely. For real.
I want to say rest in peace to my Uncle Grant Dog, who is an original Compton Crip, not really He between Park Village and very, very young. They wasn't
Okay.
really the Park Villages though. He just a Compton Crip, one of them SEC riders.
For sure.
Marcellus is one of his very best
Oh,
friends.
yeah.
My Uncle Dog,
Marcellus,
rest in
oh,
peace,
yeah.
very soon, recently. But right before he died, he had me on the phone with Marcellus. So shout out to Marcellus.
Oh, yeah.
My mama.
Oh yeah, I talk to him on a regular.
Is that right?
Oh yeah.
I just got a key. I got a key. I'm fucking up, man. On God, I dropped the paper. I don't even know where I dropped it at.
It's all good.
Keep it hood. I dropped it.
It probably wasn't meant.
No, it may or may not be. But if we're gonna keep it flowing, either we gotta find it or you might as well just tell me what it said. Now you go.
Said it was the music group Santana in the 70s.
Oh, there was a music group called 17.
Oh, okay.
All right, since that was some real life production, I don't know how this gonna come out in the edit, but is there any correlation with the Lantana Blocc from your recollection with a music group? Because I know from my history, and you might want to put some input since you got inputted. I think that, or I may recall somewhat that the Q102s got something to do with a radio station, their history. So, and I've also heard recently that maybe the Santanas may be connected with like a professional or a recording group. Never heard anything like that.
Not offhand.
That's what it do. That's what it do. Oh my mama. You still record music?
Here and there, man. I'm really like, I'm pushing your little cuzzo, little side.
Shout out to Lil Side.
You
That's
know,
what it do.
oh yeah, my nephew Dre Hill, my little bro IMB Izzy.
What's up with TC? With the Hood Fellas and all that, Toddy Sizzle, Wild Digger, cuz
I wish him nothing but the best, but I would love to see my godson TJ. I don't know what it is.
That's a young prospect athlete.
Oh yeah, he going pros for sure.
My mama, look out for
I don't know what it is, but some people, man, forget where they come from. I embrace. That was my godson. Once upon a time, that was my godson.
No, be based upon our relationship and the way you introduced him to me. He is nothing but love. I can't imagine
Always.
that's not what it always have is.
I ain't got nothing but love. I don't know why he feel the way he feel, but I ain't got nothing but love. But at the same time, too, nigga, can't nothing breathing disrespect me. Because I'll take it personal, If anybody got something they want to get off their chest, my nigga, it's...
No, I didn't mean to go down that road.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just speaking the real.
Yep,
I ain't tripping like that, but I'm just being honest. I'm loyal. Whoever I fuck with, I'm loyal to.
I can attest to that.
Straight out.
Definitely.
I embrace people. I make sure people don't get hurt out here. If you with me, ain't nothing finna happen to you. It gotta happen to both of us.
Even when they got the opportunity to make it go the other way.
Straight out.
Yeah, no, I've seen it. I've done it.
But I ain't got none but love. I wish nothing bad. Wish nothing but the best. But I definitely want to see my godson, little TJ. I miss him. For real. And that's from the heart. Because I'm a real one and can't nobody take that from me.
No,
Anybody
nobody.
say different, then come on, man.
I couldn't imagine. I'm not finna, that family. When it comes to family, the tighter the connection get, the less involved the rest get.
Yeah.
Although we all family.
But see, that was the thing. A lot of people used to get involved
I've experienced it.
and feed the fire. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, well, next time they feed the fire, let me walk with you to the chimney. Mm-hmm. So we can see the flames together. I guarantee you the fire go out. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's going to go out. Mm-hmm. But it's cool. Number love. Straight out. Number love. I see he just dropped some new music, him and KD.
Is that right?
Yeah, they dropped some new music.
I didn't even know my nigga was still getting down. I saw him recently. I think it's the last time I saw you before today.
Oh, okay.
I saw you also at the
repast?
funeral, but I saw you at the repast.
Yes.
So I saw him at the repast in the hole.
Yes.
I had seen the gang of the homies since a long time. Since we been in the hole, it felt good to be back in the hole. Cause
I know, man.
Shout out to my
History.
Tattoo.
For real.
Oh God, Trini.
For real.
Shout out to my Loc, cuz on the set. It's so many questions I got on my mind that I want to ask you. Did you watch the Super Bowl?
To be honest, I didn't.
You don't fuck with football sports.
I mean, if it ain't Cowboys,
Oh.
I mean, if it ain't the American team, then yeah, I wasn't
All
really
right,
tripping.
let me just ask you this. Okay.
shit.
Did you watch the game?
No,
The Super Bowl?
I'm serious.
You didn't watch the highlights or nothing?
I'm dead ass.
Wow. Oh, you just
I'm
fucked
serious.
up. I swear to God, because I knew we was going to be able to carry. I just knew I was going to be able to ask you that. Well, let me just ask you this: are you proud to see finally 2 black quarterbacks going in? You didn't give a
I'm with
fuck
that.
about that, but you
I'm with that.
You just want which
I'm
one
with
was
that.
Dak?
I'm with that.
But let me tell.
It was
okay.
good to see that. That was history.
So tell me this: this
History was made.
all right, you can still weigh in because this was a debate before you got here. Do you believe that the fact that Hurts is a primarily known to be an exceptional running quarterback is going to cause him to be more or less successful in the future of the NFL? Do you think the running quarterback is going to be more of a commodity or more of a liability? Do you think the pocket passers as Brady, Peyton Manning, Eli Manning, is that going to be the future, or do you think that the more successful teams, even Super Bowl success,
It's gonna be the running
the
quarterback.
running quarterback? That was the general debate before you got here.
In the pocket.
In the pocket. My point.
I mean, even though the running quarterback is a risk, but I really feel like, yeah, the running quarterback is gonna have a better advantage than the cat that sit there in the pocket and look around the field, for sure.
That was my point. I figured that the NFL in general is going to be less invested in finding the next Brady
Yes.
than they are going to be finding the prime Michael Vick type, that what he was going to be.
Yes.
What Lamar Jackson almost is, what Jalen Hurts proved to almost be the type for the future.
Yes.
I think that's going to be the way of the future. Just the fact that they're invested in keeping something that they have branded as next gen stats. From the most important position on the field, if you want to keep next gen stats, how do you have statistics on a quarterback and it doesn't include rushing yards? Somebody help me understand that.
That was a D. That was a D.
What's nephew up to? Hey nephew, what up, DJ? What you up to? What he been up to, man? Give me an update in real time, real quick.
Studio, man.
So proud of you.
We're in the studio, the whole camp. On Track Music. That's the name of the new label.
Okay.
We're in the studio every Tuesday. We've been in the studio every Tuesday going on like 2 years now.
What's the what time block? How much time y'all blocking out every Tuesday?
From 1 to 7 p.m., 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. And then on
How
Saturdays,
productive are we in that time frame? How much work we getting done?
man, each artist, like, normally me and Dre, he'll get there first. So we'll knock out like 2 songs. DJ will come knock out 2 songs. Izzy will knock out 2 songs. And then we do Saturday sessions too. And on the Saturday sessions, it's from like 8 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Okay. How many engineers are conducting all these sessions?
One engineer
Shout out to
holding
him.
it down. Vinny.
Vinny
Shout
Orr.
out to Vinny. Vinny holding it down.
Stuff.
And then we starting to do overnight sessions too.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So we in there,
So are
and
you-
it feel good, man. To
you
especially
CEO of
as
those
CEO to say, especially as an older cat, man, to still have that energy to, to get in there. But sometimes the overnight sessions around 4 in the morning, I'm gonna sit over here.
No, there's
I'm gonna sit over here and take me a little nap, man.
We got the doors in and out here. and there.
From that 8 p.m. to 8 a.m.
I do the same. I can digitalize it. But it's nothing like having a passion that no matter where you are in life, you still make sure you find room for it.
I do.
Many people don't have that in life, that they can have something that no matter where they are in life, this is something that I can, no matter if it comes around, I'm going to make time for it. Even if I can't force it, if the opportunity comes, I'm in.
And I don't even have to force it either.
don't have to force
And it's programmed now, so we know every Tuesday we in the studio. We didn't go to the studio last Tuesday because it was Valentine's Day.
You know what you come from? You come from a culture or a type of person that even before I was this type of person, I like to be proud to say I've been rapping when it was like uncool to be a rapper and a gangbanger.
For real.
So it was hard to be a cold nigga field
real.
section cause I remember a time like this. I used to like bump into certain niggas and be like, "Oh, you from Wooty Whoop?" They be like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh, I know your homie Wooty Whoop. This nigga I know from the studio." And the normal answer was like, "Oh, that rapping ass nigga." And that was like the energy. And I've been rapping since that long, but that ain't never applied to me. This was Lantana Crip. This was me and Crack. This was me and Flo did L7.
L7.
Yeah, L7.
Oh yeah,
on the
we had L7 Productions.
For Dev No. Oh no,
L7 Productions.
Oh my.
You know when Sammy used to pull up with the front back limo.
Oh God.
We going to the shows.
Oh God, you remember all that?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, you know, Big C, Dushan, it was security.
set.
Like, man, Big C, rest in peace, man.
Man, so many fallen soldiers.
Yes, loved one.
Oh my
No,
mama.
for real, man. It'll never be the same over there, you know, ever.
For a number of reasons.
Yes, for many reasons, for sure.
I know it's slightly on the opposite side, and not to even highlight any of those differences, but I bought this in the square.
For real. When got that good yak.
In the square though.
Yeah.
On my mama. On my
Yeah.
way here, I bought that in the square. Shout out to all my niggas. Ends up. You know what I'm saying? It's just love to the
It's
kids.
love. I ain't on no banging shit.
Nah,
You
never
know, I'm
have.
on positive shit.
But I never have been when these cameras is on anyway, so that's what it's never been about
Yeah.
when we come to the public.
Yeah,
But my thing
yeah.
is this is just crazy where you can learn that when all this is involved, especially when gas is so high, when an Arco is that close to a mobile and the prices is so different. And,
Way different.
Yeah, and if you trying to
Way
be about
different.
your change,
Yeah, you going to the Arco.
Oh, man, that
You going to the Arco to get gas, man.
yeah,
They
we
always
live a
say
life.
the gas was always cheaper.
Oh God! No matter what the ups and downs been, them gas stations ain't changed ownership since we've been alive, bro.
No, they haven't.
Same people.
They haven't. Same people.
Oh
Since
my mama.
early 80s, early 70s,
Can I-
late 70s.
Can I shift it up one time and just ask you a question?
Let's get it.
You think Donald Trump has action at becoming the president again?
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
I really do. Now tell me this: being black like me, raised in Compton like me, just thinking we Democrat because we didn't know no better, just like we thought we was Baptists and Christians.
Yeah.
That's all we thought.
Yeah, that's what we was taught.
Now tell me this: if he does make president again, would you appreciate it or be disappointed, even though you still who you thought you was? What we already just went through in the last 6-7 years, would you be happy to see him or upset?
To be real, I don't even know. To be real with you,
Hey, you know what?
I feel like
This
things
conversation-
did happen
Correct.
during the time he was president. You know, a lot of people ate off EDD. You know, businesses, PPP, businesses was getting money. There's businesses right now, today, that need funding. There's people in this world right now today that don't work, that need funding to pay their bills.
That's why I
the
think
cost
he
of
gonna
living
get it.
is through the roof.
It is.
You go to the market, the price is higher, but the portions are smaller.
Yeah.
They're smaller.
I got a colleague, colleague of mine who's doing a documentary on eggs. He's recently he's been
Like
doing
what, $12 a carton right now?
Yeah, he's going from like downtown LA to Orange County to the San Fernando Valley, just going to grocery stores
Seeing what the different prices are.
on eggs.
That's a good
And
documentary.
you know what he's noticing? The majority of the grocery stores are empty.
Yeah, they buying them up. They buying them up like how the paper towels and tissue and all that stuff was being bought up.
Guess what he's calling the documentary?
What?
Half a dozen versus 6.
Wow. That's deep. He older?
A lot older, and he's a lot
Yeah,
closer.
he older.
He a lot closer to you than you imagine.
Yeah,
too.
yeah, he older. You know, from the scenario and the wording of that documentary, he
But
took it way back.
But guess what? He's a graduate of college, and he's also a lifelong. He documents trends of cultures, finances, people, real estate.
Heavy into that.
He just documents trend, pinpoints how things go. So, and the fact that that's one of his interests is just, it just happens to be a matter of chance.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's real good. Shouts out to him for that. Yeah, I definitely am gonna watch that. I want to see that for sure when it drops. For sure, that makes sense. That make more sense than pocket change. What about you, man? You still got the music going? What you
Let
doing?
me tell you this, as far as the music in general, I'm
Okay.
trying to fit a few shoes I seen you walk in when it come to CEO. So, the reason I asked you about TC based on your CEO status, way beyond. I got 2 artists at the time. Just what happened, they both happen to be from Long Beach. One from the north side, from Mac Mafia, named Blue Smurf. And then there's a female named Noonie Green. She's from the east side of Long Beach. Those are my 2 artists, Bay Mac Entertainment.
That's tight.
And I still fuck around every time they, ask me for something, or I find the beat or stumble on the beat that just touched my soul. I fuck around because we always fuck around, but really at this point I'm trying to push my 2 artists.
And that's what I'm on.
Yeah.
I got an album. I got a Nitroglycerin album sitting in the cut, and I'm just going to spit singles off of there.
Yeah.
Because the fans overseas get upset when I ain't dropping nothing. They get to harassing me.
All I'm saying is this: I'm as a little big homie at this point. I'm just gonna say you can't go overseas without me. Don't go back.
I got you.
Because,
well, you know what we need to do then? Well, you know what we need to do?
Yes.
We need to do an album together.
Hey, are you ready for another hour? You ready for another hour? We can do another hour. I know what this finna lead up because I got.
We need to do another album. We need to do an album together.
Hey, do you know what this conversation sparked before in the Lantanas? I swear to God, we go another 2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're going to say that for your return, though.
Okay.
On God.
No problem.
But we can do it, though.
No problem.
We can do it, though.
I just need an answer to that while we right here on camera.
No, I just said we could do it, but that's
okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. You know that album be vicious.
Do it until you come back.
Okay.
The name of this podcast is Factz Ova Feelinz, and we're gonna discuss everything that took place.
Okay.
The last time we talked about that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard.
I'm with part 2.
Yeah,
for sure.
God, that's hard.
You're talking to a person that I'm living my second life.
Exactly,
I have 2 birthdays.
Exactly.
So 2 is a good number.
Exactly. And I want you, before I forget to mention it, whether we go another 10 minutes, 2 minutes, or 20 minutes, let the people know where they can find you when they're thinking about you, all your social media handles, your new projects, your latest projects. What's happening with you?
Man, definitely if y'all looking to tap in with me, go to my Instagram, OG Suicide, OGCUICIDE. That's my IG. My artist is in my profile. My son, Lil Side, my nephew, Dre Hill, my little bro, IMB Izzy, producer, Johnny Cass, Adrian Swiss. That's the team. That's the fam. That's KO, the little homie KO. He's the A&R for On Track. But, man, y'all go check it out, And definitely OG Suicide in the building. It's about mental health. And anybody, I don't care who it is, what walk of life you come from, the color of your skin means nothing to me because I'm colorblind to all of that. If you ever going through anything in life and you feel like you don't have anyone to talk to, that nobody cares, nobody loves you, nobody have walked in your shoes that you have on, I feel you, I understand, because I walked in them shoes. I don't care what size it is, because we started off from soft bottom shoes and I wear 12. So I definitely feel you and understand you. My personal number right here, the phone I'm holding in my hand that I've had for 17 years, the same number. Call me, 310-938-9376. 310-938-9376. Don't hesitate. Don't feel like you don't want to be a burden.
I'm checking that number right now.
There you go. Don't feel like you don't want to be a burden or anything to me. Please don't hesitate to hit me up. I got you.
Man, that's deep. I appreciate that, man. And
I do that every time, loved one. I have to. It's important.
I felt that, but I knew that was coming at some point, man. I already know. Because that's what I really wanted you here for, and that's why I know there's gonna have to be a return, and even there's gonna have to be another return and another return.
Let's do it.
I'm so proud.
We
of
can
you.
do this all the time. I'm proud of you.
Proud of you before so long, and I appreciate everything the part you played in my life. I appreciate the part you playing in the public's life
For sure.
From this is original. What I appreciate about you a lot is that Compton gets a lot of shine, and you were a part of the original landscape. A lot of this shit, and don't quite get that. And you don't sit around trying to holler and point it out. You just keep.
I keep moving.
I love that.
Because even though they don't say nothing, they know something.
Yeah.
They see it. They know. And even with you, loved one, I'm proud of you, loved one. Just to see you on your grown man shit. Cause I know the SPI, the Spider Loc that was out there. Wow, didn't care, knocking on death's door. Didn't care. I know that.
Similar,
Part of you.
yeah.
But to see you doing what you doing, loved one,
Thank
humble. And not saying it ain't still in you, cause it's still in you.
But
to see you humble,
yeah.
and just chilling, like doing something different, and that's what I really love about myself. Like, I did the music, I did
it all
comfortable.
Did it all though.
And sitting back, just
And what I can appreciate the most out of all of our experiences that we can relate, you have been an influence. I watch you go through it up, and then I love your son the way you love mine, and then the most thing I can appreciate is that we didn't raise no fucking gangbangers.
No, can't do that.
That's
I
what
said, no, we ain't doing no
I
gangbang.
had two things. You couldn't gangbang and you couldn't be the other G. I'm not going to articulate it. That was my only two things. I'm talking about from as little as they was. That's all I knew to tell them. I told them I can accept anything in between. You couldn't be a gangbanger and you couldn't be...
Straight out.
Yeah, and I just thank the creator of the universe and
Straight
everything, whatever it is, from the depths of my soul, I thank the creator that I got that out of it. I want $1 billion. I want $1 trillion. I want a gazillion.
Yes.
I trade it all just for that.
Straight out.
Oh my
Straight it out.
I want
Straight
the right,
out, man.
I want the right to, before my female get pregnant, to have a concept of what I would like my son to be like. And I want the right to just hope and wish it turns out that way. And when it does, to celebrate it. That's all.
Straight out.
Don't push what y'all own on me. Y'all
Straight
own
out.
something else. Oh, okay. That's new.
Yeah.
This all I want to do.
Yeah.
I want to be
Yeah.
able to be horny, look at a sexy black woman and say, I want to fuck her and hope I get her pregnant. And if I happen to have a boy, I hope he turns out and kind of be like me. That's all.
Straight out.
Guess what? They make that
Straight
a
out.
criminal position these days.
Yeah. But we live in a different time.
We do indeed.
You know, we live. It's a different world. You know, I still live by each one, teach one.
Each one teach one. And
Each
that
one
way
teach
we're
one.
definite to at least
Yeah.
reach one.
Yeah, at least I told you about it. At least I broke it down to you from point A to point B. And I'm definitely glad to still be alive to have grandkids. I have 5 grandkids.
I have one. I'm on your heels.
That's what's up.
Hey, you look like you don't deserve one as far as youth and age.
Yeah.
You look
53,
good.
53,
Salute,
man.
47.
Likewise, family.
Oh, my mama.
47.
Yeah,
Damn.
on your bumper, on your heels.
Damn.
Hey, I appreciate
Remember, you was 11.
Exactly. And I remember when you was about 16. Oh, God. And I thought you was like a kind of guy that was 26, 27 back then. So I appreciate you.
Because I had to, even though I was young, I had to live older.
But that's the way we was raised.
Yeah.
My father didn't live in my house. And as
Yeah.
much as I love and respect him
Yes.
to this day, he
Yes.
was always in my life.
Always.
I never realized that we created our father from all the impressions of men that we learned to respect and look up to. So you are part of my fatherhood, my big brotherhood.
Really?
I'm glad that I was able to be a part of both of your lives, the first one and the second one. We still
real.
here.
Still
I
here.
just want one guarantee.
One guarantee.
One promise.
I got you.
This won't be your last time being here.
Oh, no, that's a promise.
Else,
Come on now.
else.
That's facts.
Thank you, sir.
What?
Much love.
That's facts. Hey,
that's
I was
your
mad
camera.
I was late.
No, you're not. You
I
right
was
on
like, no,
time.
I was mad I was late because I don't like to show up nowhere late. I always show up 30
today.
minutes early.
Late today.
I always
Look, y'all.
show up 30 minutes early wherever I'm going, wherever I need to be at
Look,
to look around.
Anybody that knows me, from my mother to my child, to anybody that does business, anybody, from my biggest pet peeve is tardiness. This is probably the only conversation or subject me and him never discussed in our whole 30-something years of knowing each other. So to find out today, when he was running about 15 minutes late, that he called doing his own report card, can't stand to be tardy. You don't understand. That made me,
can't.
no, all the things that we know we connected by,
Yeah.
that was like the confirmation, the last one, like, that's me.
Some people respect money. I respect time.
Can I get a
But
loud,
if I got the time, I can always get the money.
can I get a loud expression of how early I was here today? And, huh? Yeah, that's what I do, bro. I appreciate that,
Yeah.
man. Much
Man,
love.
dog.
That's your camera. You can tell them goodbye. I'm going to tell y'all goodbye. Much
Peace
love.
out. OG Suicide in the building.
Be out of third. West side of Compton.
The life we living now is all about the money. So what you gonna do when you ain't got no money? Before I call